Mr. Crawford, thank you very much for your time. We're going to chat about your runners on Saturday, the 19th of October. Yeah, at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. You start in race 1 over 1,000 meters. You got number 9, Give Me a Thrill with Louis Mkotwa. 86-day rest, but I thought he ran a lovely race on debut.
Yeah, Brandon, very good run. I'm not too concerned about the rest. He's been doing very well at home. My biggest concern is obviously the draw. So we're going to need a bit of luck in running, but I think he's made good progression from his debut run, and we're expecting him to run well if we get luck in running.
Fantastic. Then in race 3, you've got 2 runners over 1,400 meters. Let's start with number 1, Princess Izzy. Very consistent filly, and hopefully for Suzette and Barcy after a tough week.
Yeah, I mean, condolences to them. You know, they've lost a superb, outstanding filly, so that's definitely not easy to overcome. But yeah, anyway, unfortunately, it's part of the game. But Princess Izzy, she's been doing well at home. She's, as you say, honest filly. You always can expect a good run from her, and there'll be no difference on Saturday.
And you backed up with number 2, Fatal Gem with Craig Zaki. She won very well last time.
She did. She won a very good race. Obviously, you know, Louis rode a great race that day, getting her to switch off. So I'll be trying to get Craig to do the same thing, because I think she's a better filly when she can switch off and run at them. So she looks outstanding. Her work's been really good, and once again, a filly that's worth considering.
And we got a race number 4. It's the first leg of the pick 6 over 1,600 meters. You got number 15, Exquisite with Richard Fareem. Improving filly, but you're going to need some luck from that draw.
Yeah, that's not easy, especially with a filly that's so lightly raced. But she is under masterful hands, so you know, we'll leave it to Richard. She's definitely going to appreciate the trip, but it is going to be tricky from the draw.
Then race 5 over 1,600 meters, you got number 5, Bardolino with Louis Mkotwa. It's a tough field. He has been given 1 point ease in the ratings.
Yeah, look, I mean, Bardolino, he's never far off. He's a very honest horse. You can expect him to run a fair race, but as you say, it's a very wide open affair, and yeah, he would have an outside chance.
Second leg of the, or second jackpot, race 7 over 1,400 meters. You're well represented over here, Mr. Crawford. You got number 3, Lucha Verde, rested and gelded. Pumium Jorka gets his chance. He's a lovely horse.
Yeah, he is. You know, as you say, he's coming off a lengthy break. He had an injury, he had a setback, so we had to give him the time. So it's more than like that he's going to need the run. But he is a horse to watch going forward. But I think on Saturday it'll probably just be time for him to get back to racing fitness.
Number 6, Willie John with Gareth Wright. He's slowly starting to drop in the ratings as well, and he drops in trip.
Yeah, to be fair, been disappointing. Expected a lot more from him. So maybe the drop in rating will help. We are going to fit earmuffs and race him with earmuffs, as we feel he's been doing a bit too much in his races. He's been doing well at home with the earmuffs on, so he's a horse that definitely has the ability, so I wouldn't overlook him.
Talk about horses with ability. You got number 8, Macius Kro with Louis Mkotwa. He would have needed his last run, but it was a fantastic run as well.
Very good comeback run. He's doing exceptionally well at home. I think he's a very progressive horse, so definitely a horse that you must definitely consider for your perms on the weekend.
Race 8 over 1,250, you got number 1, Monumental with Gareth Wright. It was also a decent run last time, and the draw is going to help him.
Yeah, this is his 3rd run now for the stable. He's improved with each and every run. So once again, we're expecting him to run well. So definitely a horse to consider.
You got number 2, Monati Sheree with Richard Fareem. I think she's a smart filly and probably one we can watch for the Cape Summer.
Yeah, you know, she was meant to run last week, but unfortunately she picked up a bit of a cough and we had to treat it. So last week came a bit soon for her. So now she, unfortunately, you know, part of her program trying to get her right for some of the features coming up. So it's a filly we rate highly. We are obviously concerned about running against the boys. It's not going to be easy for her, but she is a talented filly, and if she gets luck in transit, I think she's a filly that would definitely be worth considering, because we rate her.
Same race, you got number 3, Grand Bay with Pumium Jorka. You're just looking for some improvement?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it looks to be a race that hopefully we can learn something from him. You know, he is where he is in the handicap, so as you say, I think he needs to improve to be competitive.
And the last of your runners in race 8 is number 6, King of Spin with Louis Mkotwa. I know he was given 5 points for his last win, but it was a solid win. He went hard up in front and hung on.
Yeah, look, he's a horse that's always shown a lot. You know, he does have a tendency to hang out, which is the reason that he went to the outside fence last time. So if he comes to races with the right frame of mind and gallops in a straight line, he's certainly a horse that has the ability to run another good race.
Penultimate race being race 9 over 12.50. You got number 7 Lady Lockton with Monumental. I think she'll appreciate dropping back in trip.
Yeah, I think, you know, possibly when we ran her last time it was maybe a little bit too soon, a bit close together. I think she does prefer to run a bit spaced apart. So she's a filly that is capable. I think it looks to be the right type of race. So she would definitely have a small chance.
And the last of your runners in race 10 over 1,000 meters. Number 2 Lady Lookalike with Gareth Walsh. Her last 2 runs have been better and she gets a further rating drop.
Yeah, you know, she's one of those fillies, Brendan, that for me, I'm battling to decide a distance for her. The 1,000 generally sometimes can be a bit on the short side for her, and a 7 furlongs a bit too far for her. So she's not an easy filly, but I'm hoping they go hard. As you say, you know, drop in ratings always help. So, you know, her work certainly suggests that she can run a competitive race. So if she got into the quartets, we'd be happy.
And then 9 Japanese Rose with Monumental. She'll probably need to improve on her recent form. Would you say you've been somewhat disappointed with her?
Yeah, the only thing is, you know, if you look at some of her previous starts, she's over-raced terribly. She did far too much, especially last time. So hence the drop in trip. So we're actually going to try and get her to drop in, settle, and I'm hoping that that will turn her around. She needs to get back to basics. She's certainly a filly that is talented, but I think we've got a bit of work to do. So, you know, I'll just be happy to see her running on Saturday.
Mr. Crawford, thank you for your time.
Pleasure.